So without further ado, we'll have KARL Technologies come on up here and give us a presentation.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. My name is Michael Beck. I'm the CEO at KARL Technologies, and what we do is give each and every limo company their own app, and we connect them all together so that if you have an app, your clients can book you with your app, and they can also book a ride in Los Angeles, in Paris, in London with your app, and you make 15% out of whatever they pay over there. So that's what we do. And as you can tell by my delicious accent, I'm French. So sorry for the headache, and I hope you're going to get what I'm saying. So the question here is not about the product, because I bet nobody here has a limo company, right? Nobody. OK. So it's about the DNA of a company. What makes a company what it is today, and what makes the company what it's going to be tomorrow, okay? That's in the DNA. I think it's in the DNA of the founders. I don't want to be mean, but if you look at Uber, that's the perfect example of bad DNA in a good idea, okay? So what is in our DNA? I'm French, as you can hear, and I come from Paris. I immigrated to the United States 3 years ago. So it means I grew up until I was 40 in France. I started out as a teacher. I was not a businessman at all. I was teaching in primary school for 8 years. And then I became the youngest manager for teachers in France, and I did it for 2 years. And I had a very early midlife crisis, so I quit my job and I started my own business, which was a stupid idea, by the way, because I was first big failure. I was teaching elderly people how to use a computer on the countryside 100 miles away from Paris. Basically, I was paid in cheese and chicken and vegetables. So it was really cool, but I mean, I had some money on the side and I lost it all. So in 2008, that was 10 years ago, I started a company called the Prestige Chauffeur Academy, Académie des Chauffeurs de Prestige. And what we wanted to do is train drivers, luxury car drivers for limo companies. So you see the DNA goes back in time. Of course, I was not really good at this in the very beginning, and nobody thought it was useful to train the drivers. Nobody, because nobody had ever done that. So everybody says that this business was useless. But I'm a lucky guy in life. So in 2010, I met my wife. And I'm just the one half of the executive team of the company. I'm the mouth, she's the brain. That's what we usually say. So we met, she's Chinese, I'm French, and we met at a French-Chinese business conference in Paris. And we started a business together. Just business, I promise, nothing else. Of course, when you work 100 hours a week, you end up doing more than just business. And I'm French and she's Chinese, so remember that, okay? So we ended up living together and starting and boosting this business, this Prestige Chauffeur Academy. And in a matter of 3 years, we became millionaires. So that was cool, millionaires. We had millions, okay, for real. We moved into a beautiful apartment in the Golden Triangle in Paris, probably one of the best neighborhoods in the world, okay? And we were running this business. So now you're probably thinking, why is this guy standing up now in Colorado Springs with a startup project? How does it make sense? Well, it's pretty simple. When your business is doing well, now you start asking yourself questions. Why am I doing this, okay? Where is the excitement? We were not excited anymore by what we were doing because it was kind of a routine. Every day, the same things, and it was easy. But, so number one, we wanted to be excited again. Number two, it was getting harder and harder to fight the corrupt French administrations. You cannot even imagine how corrupt it is over there. So that was number two. And number three, I can't remember. It's going to come back. Yeah, number three, yes, that's important, by the way. We wanted to do something bigger, okay? Making millions was nice, but we wanted something bigger in terms of money, of course, but most of all, bigger in terms of impact we can have on people. So in 2014, I had this vision of how technology could actually help people grow their own business in this industry. And remember, 2014 was when Uber was cool, okay? It was still a cool company, and drivers were pretty happy working for Uber back then. But you could see in the genes of this company that they would be screwed at some point. And now you can tell it's every day in the news, right? So, yes?
1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute, I gotta be quick. Thank you. So, long story short, let me just sum it up. Yes, long story short, we developed this software in 2015. We started out with the first version in France, but obviously it was not the right location, so we decided to go to the country for business, right? The United States. And in the beginning, we really didn't want to come here at all. I'm sorry, but we didn't want to. And we finally fell in love with the country and with its amazing people. So that's how we moved here. And now, how did we come from Los Angeles to Colorado Springs? I just make it short. We didn't have enough money to keep funding the company. So we had two options: giving up or leaving our house and moving into a trailer. That was the option. So we chose the second option, moving into a trailer. Okay? But a trailer has wheels, so you need to make this not so funny thing, moving into a trailer, a funny experience, especially for our kid, right? So we told him, okay, we're gonna travel the country until we find a perfect place. And that's how we ended up here in Colorado Springs. Thank you, guys. So this is 6 minutes is really short, so now if you have questions, I will be more than happy to answer.
Go ahead and ask away, and we'll give you 20 minutes.
Yes.
So why Colorado Springs? This is where you said it was.
Well,
But what about it?
What about it? Basically, we just liked it. I mean, we came with an RV in August. We stopped for a week, and then we stayed one more week, and then we stayed one more week, and then we decided to move into an apartment and move the company members to Colorado Springs. And this is a little harder. So some of them work in a distance. We just liked it here. Yes.
Love the story. So tell us about your product. Tell us about your business.
Okay. So what is it? Basically, it's like a decentralized Uber. We give each and every company the possibility to grow their own clientele. You know, instead of working for Uber, who decides for the pricing, who decides for if you work or if you don't work, we give you an app so you can grow your clientele. And of course, you have one car, maybe two cars, maybe 5 cars. That's not enough. So you can connect to the whole network of people using KARL and offer more service. Basically, with your... It is a chauffeur's network, exactly. And our technology is ready for the driverless cars. So when these companies will want to go driverless, they will be able to put the driverless cars on their own app. Yes?
Two questions. So have you gotten traction, and where is your go-to-market strategy?
Okay, so right now we are struggling. Not because we're not making enough money, but because we have too many clients showing up. So it's a good problem to have. We launched mid-November. We had the first app published early December last year. By the end of December, we had 20 cars. 1 month later, 150 cars. And now we are onboarding 50 cars a week. And we did not even put one ad anywhere. So it's all word to mouth. Basically, every client who signs up brings another 3 clients within a month. So that's how fast it grows. So about the traction, that's the traction we have. And the business model is the second part of the traction. We do not charge them anything to publish the app. No subscription, nothing. We only take a share of their revenue. Every time they have a ride, we take between 3 and 10%. That's it.
So is that a sustainable model?
Sorry?
So is that a sustainable model?
It is very sustainable, actually, because based on the numbers we have right now, we are making $200 a month per car. So when a company comes with 5 cars, that's $1,000. If you look at our competition, they make maybe 10% of that. And they don't offer the same product, of course. You had a question?
Yeah, how many for a chauffeur or company, how many cars do
Well, the average is about 20 cars in the country, but you have huge companies and many, many small companies. So right now, our target is the one car, one guy, up to 20, 30 cars companies. So that's our main target, because we are kind of dangerous for bigger companies.
Not the 200.
No, this is not our goal. Definitely not.
You're in some ways competing with them.
Yes, we are. Especially, just to give you an example, you have a company called KARL. They charge between LAX and downtown Los Angeles $150, and they pay the driver $42. So that's a hell of a margin, right? Clients that, sorry, I'm just messing around with this. We just tell the clients that you could sell this ride for $125, which is cheaper, offer a better service to your client, and make more money. What does make sense? And we can hit Uber badly in Europe for one very simple reason. Here, anybody can drive for Uber, even my wife. And what people say about Asian woman driver is true. I just close my eyes when she's driving. No, she knows it. She knows it. Nobody honks in this city except when she's driving. So, but yes, well, I'm gonna put it on Facebook someday. But yes, the thing is that in Europe you need to be a licensed driver, just like a limo driver here. So if Uber doesn't have drivers because these drivers are too busy growing their own business, how can Uber offer rides? That's our point. And the model is proven right in China right now, because Didi, who kicked Uber out of the country last year, is now struggling because there's another company on the market giving the drivers a job and a car and healthcare and everything. And all the drivers go to these companies. So now if you want to book a ride with Didi, it's going to take you 45 minutes to have a car. Are you going to wait 45 minutes? I don't think so. So that's the difference in terms of model. I think you had a question.
I did, and thank you. I usually raise my hand high. But,
That's because I was a teacher.
so you do a personal driver like Uber does? Is that what I heard you say? You do a driver and limo services?
No, it's a limo service. So we give the limo company their own app on the App Store. So
when they have their app, is their app custom to their business, customized?
yes. Well, basically customized for right now. It's just the logo and all the contact information. We never see KARL anywhere on any app. We are transparent. And we're never going to sell rides to anyone. This is not our job.
Wait, so are you white labeling it?
Yes. Everything is white label. Yes.
Is it a cloud-based system or
Yeah.
an actual app?
No, we have actual apps. Well, it's cloud-based, of course. All the data are stored on the cloud, but it's an actual app. So we have an app for the drivers, so they can track their rides, and we have an app for the passengers, so they can make bookings and track the drivers when the driver is approaching. For the management, everything is on a web app. Yes.
How do consumers find this?
So we are not selling rides, okay? Which means each and every company is selling their own rides, and we help them doing so by integrating automated marketing on our platform. So we manage automated emailing, and we help them market their own app. So this is a big part of our expenses, is helping these guys make money. That's also why they like us. Yes.
You talked about a company's DNA, so two parts. How do you determine some other company's DNA, and how do you control yours?
Well, this is a good question. Thank you. Yes, seeing the company's DNA, you just need to talk to the founders of the company and see how they consider their clients, how they consider the people who help them make business, how they consider their own teams. So on my side, this is not my first business. I've had many businesses, and I failed more than anyone probably here, okay? And mainly because I had a poor management of either my teams or the company's DNA. So what we want to be as a company is a helpful company. It's the exact opposite of what you usually see in the Silicon Valley, where you have no customer support. Because when I met the first VCs, that was one of the things they didn't like about us was customer support, because they know that's expensive. But this is also the reason why people come to us. And what we spend in customer support, we don't need to spend it in marketing. It's pretty basic, because our sales reps are our clients. Does it answer the question? Yes?
In the beginning, I think you mentioned that the possibility, so correct me if I'm wrong, someone here who's using your app, if they have a customer that's going somewhere else,
Yeah.
they could recommend another limo company.
They don't need to, it's automated. I mean, I can use your local Colorado Springs limousine app and book a ride in London, okay, with
Maybe
your
get a cut
app.
of that.
Yes, we just automate everything. We find the driver, the car, and everything in London, and you can book it. And if it's a £100 ride, then you will make £15.
You make 10%.
And we make between 3 and 10%, yes.
But it's a client of yours.
No, it's not our client. It's his client. And he remains his client. It's not shifting from one company to the other. So, yes.
So I'm a little confused. So you're creating a white label app for each of the different
Yes.
chauffeur companies,
Mhm.
right? I could be a chauffeur company of one person and one car,
Yes.
right? But as a passenger, do I need to download 20 different apps?
No, you don't need to.
Download a single app.
One
that's
single app.
Connecting me to the entire network.
Exact. This is it.
Okay, so then the problem is you need to get word of mouth for the chauffeurs, but this is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Yes.
I'm a passenger and I'd like to use it.
Mhm. So this is then the work
So
of...
what's your marketing strategy to tell us about it?
Yes, so the marketing strategy is basically this. You are not our client, right? You are his client. So he's going to market his area to find new clients, okay? So when you receive an ad for whatever, you can download his app and book a ride. That's it. So we don't have only clients, we have sales reps, because all of these companies already have a clientele. They struggle a little bit to have their clients starting using the app, because clients think, okay, it's no longer my limo company, it's kind of an Uber, so we need to help them tell the clients that no, there is no difference in the service. It's just one little thing to help make the booking easier, and more comfortable. So we are not selling to the end customers. This is not our job. Our job is to help these companies in marketing, and that's what we do, and that's what Jake here does most of his day. Yes, ma'am.
So I am a customer of a person here in Colorado Springs.
Mhm.
But now I'm going to go to London.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use his app.
Yeah.
What is to assure that the person in London is going to give me the same level of service that
So,
the person in Colorado Springs?
thank you for this question, because that was the main concern for all the limo companies coming to our platform. So basically we rate every driver. At the end of the ride, you will be asked if the car was clean, if the driver was nice, if the driver was clean, and we make sure he was on time. This is a rating that we use internally only. Clients never get to see this rating. But the rides only go to drivers with more than 4 stars, which means if in his company he has, let's say, 5 drivers, and 2 of them are really bad, they will never receive rides from the network. But the other 3 drivers will. So we're not blacklisting the company, we're just blacklisting bad drivers. So, of course, when you go to London, you will have a service that is good according to London clients. So if you go to London, it should be better, to be honest. Now, if you go to Shanghai, maybe it's going to be different. But there's nothing we can do about that. Just knowing that this driver is considered to be a good driver by his clients.
Okay, good driver, also safe driver, because Shanghai, woohoo!
Well, it's safe for China. The only thing you need to do is... The first time I went to China, very first time in 2009, I went in a taxi cab, and I went with a friend, and he told me, it's going to be freaking you out. So come on, I've seen other things in Italy, for instance. Well, nothing compares. It's just like a roller coaster on a flat road. Yes.
With a monolithic company like Uber, they can control territories. It sounds like you could have competitors in the same territory. So how do they then get rides apportioned between them?
Yes, so the thing is that we don't sell rides again. It's them managing their own market. And just for your information, right now we have clients in 8 countries already. So we're already global. France, the UK, Belgium, Luxembourg, Australia, Brazil, help me, and Norway. So the way it works is this industry is very connected. It's not because he has a company in Colorado Springs and you do too that you are not working together. Because sometimes he has too many clients and you don't have enough. So when someone books a ride with him and he doesn't have a car available, this ride is going to go to you. You see? And it works the other way around. So this company, these people are in competition, but not like in other businesses. They need to work together because there's no way you always have the right size of a fleet. It just doesn't happen. Yes?
How do you find customers that use your technology?
And customers, you mean, or the companies?
How do you find your customers that use your technology?
The only way you could possibly do it right now is to go on Android, on the Play Store, and look for one of the apps, and maybe you will see some of the other apps we published. But we do not have a list for now of companies using the system. It's not public. We're thinking of making it public, but this is a discussion at the moment. Does it make sense or not? Because we really don't want to be visible for the end customers. Yes?
How are you dealing, being a white labeled app, how are you dealing with Apple? Are you able to be on the Apple?
Yes, it's a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. Android is easy, but Apple, we struggle. But we can prove them that it's a separate business, it's a separate area. It's maybe the app is the same, technologically speaking, it's the same, but it's not the same clients. So we are not clogging the App Store with apps. But yes, you're right, it's not easy. It's not always easy. And we can publish the apps on our client's account if they have one. We do that too. We try not to because it's complex, but we do it. Yes?
With it being the new year, what are some projections and goals that you have throughout the year that, you know?
So, well, projections we had are wrong already. So it's growing faster than expected. And so right now our issue is that we need more staff. So we need some funding to get more staff. We did all of this without any ads. So right now what we need to do is run an ambassador program so that our clients are incentivized to sending us referral. That's the best way and the cheapest way to grow. Like we're going to organize, probably in the summer, a tour of the Far West on a Harley Davidson, okay? That's cool. And we're gonna invite the 10 best performing people on our platform to join us. Videos are gonna go around the world. It's gonna be shared by everybody. So that's the marketing strategy we have right now. So in terms of growth, our goal is to reach 4,000 cars by the end of this year. And it looks like it's gonna be more than that. And we didn't plan to start countries like Norway or Australia in the beginning. So our plan was just America, France, and England for this year. Okay, but obviously it's starting to get much bigger. We had one guy in Australia, the next day we had another 2. And this is just the way it grows, you know, because that's exactly the product that these people need. The reason we came with the right product is because we know them. I've been coaching limo business owners in Europe, in the US, and in China for years. So we know exactly what they want. And we also know what they need, because what they want is an app. But this is not enough. Having an app on the App Store is not enough. There is much more to it. And so that's where KARL comes with what they actually need. Yes?
We only have time for our final question, but feel free to stick around and ask questions.
Okay.
What can we as a community do to support your business?
So right now we need some money to hire staff. So I will be waiting at the exit with a basket. No, basically I'm more into looking for a loan right now because the value will grow with the company. So it would be very interesting for an investor to come in right now, and we could accept it if it's the right match, because I don't want to have, you know, people I don't like working with as investors. It's really a pain in the ass. And we have an investor from China, someone I know well and I can trust. So this works this way. We invested over $1 million in this business. Our partner invested $600,000. So right now we need money to grow faster. That's all we need. And it's a good problem to have. It's just that we are working around the clock. We are sleeping on our phones, doing customer support, each and every one of us. The French team is sometimes replying for American clients with their broken English, because we're too busy. So yes, that's where we need some money. So you can help us by referring people who can give us a loan, or investors if it's the right fit. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
There's a cup.
Ooh.